Alright, before we get into the Chiefs stuff, we must talk about the Raiders, as the Raiders hired Pax executive Dale Ziegler as their general manager, but also did the same thing as they hired a coach. They hired Pats OC Josh McDaniels. Now, Josh McDaniels as a head coach was not good in Denver. He was terrible. I remember trying to explain this, and it's the same thing with Brian Daboll and the New York Giants, as they hired the general manager from Buffalo and the new head coach from Buffalo, Smart. These two are definitely going to get along. Just Josh McDaniels was never really good when he wasn't with Bill Belichick. And now he's with the Las Vegas Raiders. It could definitely work, but it's very tricky because now you're telling these players, hey, I could stay or I can go. Either way, it's all up to you. Now, you can't count the Las Vegas Raiders. There's 5 head coaching jobs still open: Saints, Dolphins, Texans, and Vikings and Jags. The Saints, these are the coaches I think are up for the job. For the Saints, it's Dennis Allen, Todd Bowles, Brian Flores, Rich Bisaccia. And here's the reason why they're mostly defensive coaches. I don't see them bringing in an offensive guy. I just don't see that happening. Dennis Allen would be my favorite because he's been in New Orleans. Todd Bowles, I think if you want to go against a rival, you bring in Todd Bowles. Brian Flores, like, these two guys could work it out. Or Rich Bisaccia. Rich Bisaccia, I think, would be a very good pick in terms of you're not having to create a whole new thing. For the Dolphins job, I have Eric Bieniemy, Rich Bisaccia, and Kellen Moore, Todd Bowles, and Byron Leftwich. I'll go put Eric Bieniemy has been really good as the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, but there is inconsistency there in terms of what can they do with this unit. Todd Bowles would be a defensive pick if you want to go through the Brian Flores route. Rich Bisaccia, I think, keeps the whole team together. That would probably be my favorite, but it would be between him, Eric Bieniemy, Kellen Moore. Good in the beginning of the year, did not adjust well, there was a problem there. Byron Leftwich, again, a really good pick. I really think it's more of him, Eric Bieniemy, Rich Bisaccia, Kellen Moore. I think they're going to go the offensive route. That's just the way I think. For the Texans, the favorite, supposedly, is Josh McCown, the former quarterback. But I also put Flores in there because we heard a report that the only way Watson wanted to play was if Flores was the head coach. Well, they have a chance to make this happen. For the Vikings, I have Jim Harbaugh, the head coach out of Michigan, Flores, Todd Bowles, and Rich Bisaccia, and Byron Leftwich. I really think this could all work. It would be interesting to see if they go defensive-minded coach, but it would be pretty interesting, in my opinion, if Byron Leftwich got the job in Minnesota. Finally, Jacksonville, I put Jim Caldwell, Doug Peterson, and Rich Bisaccia, who's going to get an interview. But I think it only happens if they fire Trent Baalke, because they're not going to get any people to come. Everyone heard that Byron Leftwich could be the guy. That fell through because he didn't want to work with Trent Baalke. Jim Harbaugh obviously had his troubles with Trent Baalke in the past. They've interviewed all these guys. I just don't see people wanting to work with Baalke. And so if I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars, if I want a good head coach, I gotta get rid of Bulky as quickly as I can.